Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this lesson by giving all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying and straight to the point. All right, so let's go into it. As the title entails, it says here, Romans 2. No, let me see. Romans 10, actually Acts 10 and 34. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, "Of a truth, I perceive that the Most High is no respecter of person, but in every nation, he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him." Okay, so again, in every nation, that goes into the Israelite foreigners. Okay, because it has to be within you. Okay, to fear Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai. Okay, and faith is only given unto the saints. Okay, on this side, only the Israelites can tap into into true faith in Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai. Okay, you see, so when it talks about every nation, that talks about a Hebrew Israelite through lineage that goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, their lineage. Okay, the seed goes back to those names, to our forefathers. Okay, you might look like these other nations. Okay, but deep down, your seed goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So you're an Israelite. Okay, so again, of a truth, I perceive that the Most High is no respecter of person. Okay, it says here, let me see. There's a precept that I'm looking for. Bear with me. Basically the precept, I can't find it, but it goes into how the Lord made the rich and the poor. Okay, so there's no, again, bringing the fact that there's no respect of person. You can't wow the Lord. You can't surprise the Lord. Um, you can't get the Lord by surprise. He knows everything. So there's, the only thing that the Lord delights in is obedience. Okay, it says here. It says here in Ezra's. Salakia. Where is it? Okay, again. So again, there's nothing great, nothing too great that it may surprise Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. You see? Okay, the Lord is no respecter of persons. Alright? You can't just do good today, okay, thinking that I made righteousness my whole life. Okay? So now I can turn around and offend against the Lord. Okay? And then everything will be alright because he's gonna remember my righteousness. No, man. It says here, let me see if I can find it. Salakia. It says here, Ezekiel 33 and 12. Therefore, thou son of man, say unto the children of thy people, the righteousness of the righteous shall not deliver him in the day of his transgression. The Lord is no respecter of persons. The day that you transgress, hey, you're done. Okay? Okay, as if your whole life, your whole time, 10, 20 years you've been in the truth, and when you're faced with death, you decide to take the MOTB. Your righteousness will not be remembered. Okay? The fact at the end, okay, you chose the world, you chose to save your life. Okay, you chose the world rather than Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Okay, it tells us that if your strength is small in the day of if your strength fails in the day of adversity, is because your strength is small. Okay, you were weak and you did not truly believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Okay, I'll read that again. Ezekiel 33 and 12. Therefore, thou son of man, say unto the children of thy people, the righteousness of the righteous shall not deliver him in the day of his transgression. As for the wickedness of the wicked, he shall not fall thereby in the day that he turneth from his wickedness. Okay? Neither shall the righteous be able to live for his righteousness in the day that he sinneth. Okay? The day that you turn from the Lord, you're through, man. Okay? Our defense is in the name of Yahweh Bashim El Shai. Our protection, okay? Okay? Our guard stands in Yahweh Bashim El Shai. The moment that you step outside those boundaries, you're left for yourself, man. You're left to fend for yourself. You become a target unto Satan to be destroyed. Yahweh Bashim El Shai is the hedge round about those that fear him. Okay? The name of the Lord is a strong tower. You decide to step outside that strong tower and do things according to your own will. The Lord doesn't have to respect you. The Lord doesn't have to deliver you. Okay? Because you disobeyed, because you decided to walk away from his protection. Okay? You see? So again, you have to keep that in mind. The Lord will not respect the righteousness that you've done the day that you turn from righteousness, man. Okay? It says here in 2 Peter 2 and 20, for if after they have escaped the pollution of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Yahushua HaMashiach, so again, through this knowledge, you escape the filth of this world, because now your mind, okay, your brain is brainwashed in righteousness. Now you know the things that are pleasing unto the Lord, and you know the things to abstain. Okay, the things that the Lord hates, you understand these things, and you abstain from it. Okay, you see? So through the knowledge of this doctrine, through the knowledge of Yahweh Basham Yahushai, you escape the pollution of the world, the filth of the world. Okay, but again, it says here, they are again entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse with them than the beginning. Okay, the fact that you come into this truth and now you're washed, okay, going back into the world, man. Okay, you see, for it had been better for them not to have known the ways of righteousness. Then, after they have known it, turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. Okay, it would have been better for you never to have known Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, never to have picked up your plow. You can never have picked up your cross and walked after righteousness. Okay, it would have been better for you, because now it's as if you're saying that the world has better to offer than what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has to offer. You're making yourself an enemy of the Lord by doing such. Okay, you're becoming a enemy of the cross of Hamashiach by turning your back to the Lord. Okay, and the promises that He has reserved for those that wait for Him. Okay, you see, so you turn from your righteousness, the Lord will forsake you. The Lord will leave you to the judgments, to the evils. Okay, you see, and that's why we have to fear. That's why we have to fear Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, because again, our salvation is only promised as long as we obey. Our salvation is only written as long as we endure. Okay, as long as we keep walking that path of that straight gate. Okay, walking that path of difficulty, as long as we overcome the tribulations that are set in before us. Okay, because if we don't do so, if we decide that this is not for us, if we decide that this is not the path that we want to take, that's the same thing as spitting in Yahushua's face, disregarding His sacrifice, not understanding, not counting the cost, and not understanding what you're involved in. Okay, because by turning your back on Yahushua, that's the same as turning your back on life. Okay, it says here, Proverbs 8. and 34. Blessed is the man that hear me, watching daily at my gate, waiting at the post of my doors. For whoso findeth me, findeth life. Whoso findeth this truth, whoso findeth Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, shall obtain favor of the Lord. That's protection. That's mercy in the time of wrath. That's life everlasting. That's the kingdom. Okay, by finding Yahushai, you have access to all these things. Okay, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. You're not hurting Yahweh Bashem Yahushai by not following after righteousness. You're only destroying yourself. Okay, all that hate me love death. And if you love death, that's what you're going to find. Okay? By you turning your back on Yahweh Bashim Shai, that's you willingly admitting that you love death. You love the world, and you will be destroyed with it. Okay? You see, the Lord is no respecter of person. And it's time for us to understand that. It's time for us, even now. Okay? It's better for us to understand that now than in the time of destruction, than in the time of evil. But regardless, everyone's going to come to find out that the Lord is no respecter of persons. Okay? You see? It says here in Malachi, Micah, I believe. Was it Micah 3? Let me see. Also like Malachi 3, and I'll start at 17 straight to the point. And they shall be mine, said the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels. I will spare them, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Okay? Shalom, shalom, shalom. Okay? Shalom to the brothers. Shalom to those watching. All right, Lord willing, again, this lesson is edifying. Barakatah. Okay? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. Okay? So again, and they shall be mine, said the Lord of hosts, in the day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. The only way that you're going to be spared is if you turn to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Is if you completely submit to the will of the Lord. Okay? You see, and obey his ordinances, his law, statutes, and commandments, that you be conformed, no longer be conformed to the ways of the world, but rather transformed in the renewing of your mind through the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked. Is going to be evident between he that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. And what's going to separate? What's going to be that division? What's going to be what is going to make it evident that the Lord is dealing with someone? By the salvation, okay, by the protection that one has. Okay, in the time of evil, the Lord will have a hedge round about those that fear him. The Lord will set a mark upon those that call upon his name, okay, that call out the wickedness, okay, that are against the ways of this evil world. Okay, the Lord is going to set a standard, okay, for those that serve him, while the rest are going to be left to their own wicked devices. Okay, the Lord will leave them to their own destruction. Okay, you wanted to side with the devil, you will fall with the devil. The Lord is no respecter of persons. Okay, I'm gonna end it there. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson, quick, straight to the point. All right, and again, shalom to those listening. Again, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Acha, Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, citations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Until next lesson. Shalom.